Wild Sheep Biologist Wall of Fame, and with that, presenting the award and the sponsor of the award, Wild Sheep Foundation Director and Vice President of Operations and Conservation, Mr. Kevin Hurley.
Thank you, Gray. Thank you, Brett. Welcome back to Reno, everybody. We are going to kick ass the next 4 days. This is one of my favorite things to do here at the convention. This award was started 12 years ago by my family. We lived in Cody at the time. And that's my son Kyle in the picture. He's the second generation of sheep hunter in my family. He was able to go to the Yukon last year and get a ram. He's going to go hunt down in Chihuahua in 2 years for a desert ram. And I'm proud to say that 2 days after Christmas, there's now a third generation, my first grandson, Jackson, and he's going to be a sheep hunter when he grows up. The whole point, the reason that I started this award was to recognize the biologists, the men and women that have devoted their careers to wild sheep and the connection with sound management and hunting opportunities. We've had a dozen inductees so far, people that I look up to, that I thank for what they've taught me, and I try to emulate what they do. We've had 12 great recipients to date. This year, unfortunately, our inductee can't be here because he's sitting at home waiting on a helicopter in some decent weather to do a sheep capture, which we thought was pretty profound and a good reason that he couldn't make Reno. This year, I'd like to announce Sean Stewart, the wildlife biologist in Red Lodge, Montana for Fish, Wildlife, and Parks, is this year's inductee into the Wild Sheep Biologist Wall of Fame. Sean has spent 43 years as the biologist in Red Lodge and a total of 48 years working for the agency. Pretty incredible. I've worked with them for almost 40 years on a variety of projects with all kinds of critters. When I was in Cody, he was in Red Lodge. Sean is one of the most dedicated professionals I know. As you know, Montana is the only state in the lower 48 that has over-the-counter bighorn sheep hunting opportunities for both resident and non-resident hunters. Yeah, and in my mind, in my opinion, Sean Stewart is the godfather of Montana's unlimited hunt districts. He gets it, the connection between good management and hunting opportunity. I'm going to read a quote. This is from an article about Sean where he was quoted. "It gives me great satisfaction to be able to assist hunters from all over the country and the world in their pursuit of a dream bighorn hunt. Anybody can buy a license, strap on their boots, and hunt bighorns in these unlimited hunt districts. These hunts may be among the most challenging hunts in America and the most rewarding." Talk about the connection between management and hunting opportunity. That's why this award was established. I know a lot of you have seen Gray Thornton's ram from fall of 2014 in one of Montana's unlimited hunt districts. And this is a tremendous opportunity. Gray was still living in Cody, and he had the chance to buy a tag as a non-resident, and we went in with Jack Atchison Jr., and he killed a hell of a ram in the unlimited areas. I'd like to show a little 90-second video that Fish, Wildlife, and Parks put together for Sean. So if you guys could run that video.
Thanks a lot for stopping. Sean Stewart has only ever wanted to be just a wildlife biologist.
I enjoy my job. I enjoy pretty much every aspect of my job. Whether we're doing surveys like we did this morning.
There's a cow, here's the other two right here.
Oh yeah. Flying the grizzly radios like we did a couple days ago. Working with a ranch like Sunlight Ranch and the successes we've had in places like that. That's why I keep doing my job, because it's rewarding. Yeah, that's the first whitetails of the day.
Whether he's manning hunter check stations in the fall, doing sheep surveys in the winter,
Okay, in the trees, yep.
or flights along the Beartooths in the spring, Stewart's career has spanned almost a half a century.
I started with the department in 71, 47 years in May.
You got some bluegrass, didn't you? There you go.
Through his career, Stewart has seen an increase in white-tailed deer and elk numbers, and the return of grizzly bears to the area. But it is his passion for wildlife that keeps him going after 47 years.
I guess at this stage of my life, I look at it, it's not a job, it's a lifestyle. And I can't really envision what I could do in retirement that would be more rewarding than what I do right now.
They actually like to see us people out working.
I'm Winston Greeley, out among Montana's fish, wildlife, and parks.
I've only been a biologist 42 years, so I've got some catching up to do with Sean. But it cracks me up. When I ask these guys for photographs, they always send me photos when they were young, skinny, and had dark hair. And so I dug back into my records, and I found one. That was me in 1986, before 2 plane crashes and a lot of life. So it does happen. Anyway, like I said, Sean can't be here tonight, so I've asked 2 of his coworkers who spent over 30 years with FWP to accept this on his behalf. We will represent this award to Sean at the Montana Wild Sheep Foundation banquet in Billings on March 9th. But at this point, I'd ask Kurt Alt on our staff and Bruce Sterling with Fish, Wildlife, and Parks to come out and accept this award on Sean's behalf for 48 years of fabulous work.
I talked with Sean just before he came into the banquet tonight, and I said, what words would you like me to share with the people here tonight? And he said, I've been blessed to be able to do the things I've done with wildlife, but he said, I take the greatest satisfaction of providing unlimited hunting opportunities and helping hunters to fulfill a lifelong quest to harvest or to at least hunt sheep. So he said, thank you.
Hey, and I've known Sean for 40 years, and I got to tell you, he's a great biologist, but he's absolutely a tremendous sheep biologist, and I'm sure he's very honored and humbled by this reward. So thank you, Kevin.